Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me. Now, on this channel I'll talk about many different things, most of it UK stuff, sometimes from around the world. And today I'm talking about something which the UK government have decided to try and do, this smashing of the illegal gangs. So the gangs who smuggle people into the UK. Keir Starmer has said that he wants to try and smash these gangs, and on the government website, which I'm going to leave a link to down in the description, they set out one of the ways which they're going to achieve it. So let's take a look at it and see what you think about it. Okay, so it's UK-Iraq Border Security Pact to target smuggling gangs. This is a world first security agreement has been reached between Iraq and the UK government to target people smuggling gangs and strengthen border security cooperation. The UK will also support Iraq law enforcement to tackle other serious organised crime, including countering narcotics. This week to seal a series of cooperation deals to tackle shared threats and boost the security of its citizens. The Home Secretary is the first UK Government Secretary of State to visit the country since 2021. She was accompanied by UK's Government Border Security Commander Matt Hewitt. They had a 3-day visit, which set out as part of the programme, signed a joint statement on border security, first of its kind agreement with Iraq, which sets out the commitments of both countries to work more closely in tackling people smuggling and bolster security at the borders. Committing to providing up to £300,000 for Iraq law enforcement training in border security. The training will focus on organised immigration crime and narcotics, and will increase capacity and capability of Iraq's law enforcement at the border. It will also support for further border security projects. The UK government has pledged £200,000 to support projects in the KRI, which will enhance capabilities concerning regular migration and border security, including a new task force. They've also signed a declaration of intent on serious organised crime, pledges from both the UK and Iraq to build on operational and bilateral cooperation on serious organised crime, including organised immigration crime, narcotics, modern slavery, human trafficking and illicit finance. Support to tackle the wider crime, £300,000 will be allocated to building capacity building in Iraq to disrupt serious organised crime, including organised immigration crime and illicit drug flows. Agreement to launch communication campaigns in both Iraq and the KRI to counter the misinformation and myths that people smugglers post online. And a joint statement. This includes further work on the return of people who have no right to be in the UK, where returns are currently very slow, and the continued provision of reintegration programs to support returnees. Now, I have a couple of problems with this. Now, this is an impartial channel, and I would love to hear your thoughts on this. I don't think it's going to work. One of the reasons, especially this last point here, this joint statement, many people who arrive in the UK, particularly on these boats, don't have any paperwork. They don't have anything with their name on it. So what happens is, they turn up in the UK and you ask them what their name is, and they'll probably likely give you a false name. So it's very hard at that point to prove who they are and where they've come from. You may suspect where they've come from, but you can't prove it. And this is the problem that is very, quite highly on the list of reasons why we don't send people back. It's because we don't have documents for them. And if we go to a country where we think they are, where they came from originally, and say that we've got this person here, can you trace them? It's very unusual or very difficult for them to do so, and this is why it's always very slow. So I don't know how they're going to tackle this, whether they're going to use fingerprints or whatever, I don't know. But it's going to be difficult to do it without any clear documentation. And also, I think that this is difficult also to, make this agreement with Iraq, because, yes, you can say that some of these smuggling gangs may come from Iraq, but then it's very difficult to say for certain that they are in Iraq. I mean, they could be anywhere. They could travel around. It's difficult for border security, I think, in Iraq to be able to distinguish between these gangs and other people crossing the border. So it's going to be a very difficult situation, and I'm not entirely sure it's going to work. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on this down in the comment section. What do you think about this new pact with Iraq? Is it a good thing? Do you think it will help to tackle this illegal migration, or do you think that this is just giving money to Iraq for something that isn't actually going to work? I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section as always.